Hi everyone, I'm here with another reading for you. So the other day I recorded an episode of the Blue Star podcast, and it was a reading for the Divine Feminine. So I thought I'd do a reading for the Divine Masculine here. And if you're interested in hearing the one for the Divine Feminine, go check us out, Blue Star podcast. You can find us on Spotify. You can also find us on Buzzsprout. I'm sure there's other platforms, but I'm not really sure. I don't think it's on iTunes yet, but hopefully soon. So let's get started. Just a general reading for the energy of the Divine Masculine. And since we carry both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine within us, it's not just for men or for women, it's for everybody. And how the Divine Masculine energy is going to assist us at this time, or what is needed. Ooh. First card out, Faith. Oh, yes, okay. Just pull some cards here. What I'm seeing here already is to have faith in this is very heart-centered. I feel like this is having faith in the Divine Feminine to lead you to what is a new way of living and a new way of thinking. Can't really see the card. That bums me out a little bit. I'm using my computer today instead of my phone. There. Maybe that's a little better. But I feel like it's having faith in the Divine Feminine to lead us, to lead the masculine into a new way of living, a new way of being connected into your heart, not just the logical mind. Leading us into our own darkness, our own emotions, making space for our own emotions to exist within us. All right. Ace of Cups. Experiencing love for the first time, like true unconditional love, not what we've been conditioned and programmed to believe that love looks like, where it's purely transactional. This kind of love is reciprocal, allowing it to flow. Seven of Wands. I feel like this is breaking, allowing our walls to come down, allowing our true authentic selves to really shine through without all the old programming. And then we have love. My light's too bright. One of these days I'll get a new camera. So yeah, experiencing love. Finding out what it means to have the loving balance between the masculine and the feminine. That equal loving balance. So Queen of Water, being really connected into our emotions and our intuition and into our own darkness. Knowing that our darkness is not scary, it's not bad, it's not negative, it's just what is. It's just what is there, and really becoming aware and familiar and being present with it, making space for it. Queen of Fire with the Mother. What I hear for this is allowing the feminine in, allowing her to be in our space, allowing her to almost take the lead, but in a free and fluid way, in creating that safety and security within the masculine in order for the feminine to do their work, to do its work, to do her work. And again, this could be just something that happens within you. It doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean this is for men only. This could be women. It's for everybody who is really trying to find that balance of the masculine and feminine, the yin, the yang, the light, the dark. The sun, the moon. It's for people who are seeking wholeness within themselves. But because we're on that journey, oftentimes it'll reflect in our external experiences as well. So, all right, what is this faith card about? Oh, yes. Having faith, knowing that your inner voice can guide you, and how it's important to be connected into your inner voice, into your inner intuition, into what lies beneath the surface. Ace of Cups, and then I have silence. So I feel like maybe this Ace of Cups is asking us not to be so action-oriented right now and be more influenced by the feminine, to be in silence, to be in stillness, to allow our inner voice to talk with us. It's not just women who have that intuition. It's not just women's intuition. It's the feminine aspect of you that carries the intuition, and that is something that people whose energy is more dominantly masculine have been taught to push down and not pay attention to. It's all logical, mental. That's what they say. So everybody has intuition. It's just that divine feminine energy is what carries the intuition within all of us. All right, so for the Seven of Wands, we have participation. I don't know if you can see that. This really bums me out that my light's so bright. Then we have letting go. Oh, maybe I'll just keep it down here. And then we have existence. So what this is telling me is it's going to take work, and we're all going to have to be involved in allowing the walls of the masculine to come down. It's going to take some time, and it's going to take some work, and it's going to take some real compassion for yourself, to know that being vulnerable does not mean weak. It's letting go of all these old limiting beliefs and coming in and letting go of the old existence and allowing the new. I don't know if any of you listen to Nako and Medicine for the People, but his new album, Taking Your Power Back, I think, Taking Back Your Power, something like that. It's freaking amazing. I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh my God, he's totally embraced his masculine and feminine, his light and his dark, you know? And I've listened to him. Lily's dad brought him into my awareness, and so it's been since 2014, and seeing him on this journey of awakening, at least from that point, has been in my awareness the divine masculine awakening. And so it's so amazing, and I'm so blessed to have been able to witness his growth. So if any of you are looking for really good music right now, Nako and Medicine for the People, all of his music is amazing. All of their music is amazing. I've seen them in concert for the last 5 years, and I'm really sad to not, or I guess this would have been the 5th year. I've seen him in a concert every year since 2015, and this is the first year that I won't be able to see him in concert, so I'm really sad. A little tidbit, I don't know. Okay, so what is this love about? Oh. Politics. If you see, he's removing his mask. There you go. Whatever. He's removing his mask. So what I'm hearing is not that if you were to remove your mask, this is what you would find below the surface. I think this is what people are afraid to find if we do remove our masks. I think this is what people sort of have in their mind is there. The snaky, evil, sinister-looking person is lurking in our shadows. And maybe for some of us, there is, but it doesn't have to be what you're identified with. It's almost like if you look at yourself and the person that you project forward into the public and everyday life, those qualities that you project forward, have an equal and opposite pairing in your subconscious, if that makes sense. So if for, like, take me, I do this spiritual work, I do readings. This is who I am. But also what I found in my shadow is somebody who's like not always so positive, maybe a little bit pessimistic. You know what I'm saying? Not always positive all the time. It may be somebody who's not love and light all the time and is like, screw you, guy, you effing cut me off on the highway. But you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't have to allow that part to completely take over and drive the car, if you know what I mean. It's simply becoming aware of it. Simply becoming aware of the parts of you that are hidden below the surface. Just sort of opens the doorway to know yourself better and know why you react to things the way that you do sometimes when it's completely out of your awareness. Okay. So what is this Queen of Water all about? Okay. I have morality here. What I feel here is becoming reconnected with the Queen of Water, or the feminine aspect within you, is this emotional, loving aspect within you is going to help you get more in touch with your moral compass and really become aware of what kind of thinking no longer serves you, or what kind of behaviors no longer feel good to you. And you'll be able to understand it. So if you're sort of having this feeling of like, this world doesn't feel right to me, or the way that I'm currently living, something doesn't feel right, you find yourself in depression, or you find yourself in anxiety and you can't really figure out what's going on, sort of allowing the feminine within you to take the lead, so to speak, will help you get more in touch with your inner moral compass. What feels right to you? We'll be able to get in touch with what feels right to us, what feels like truth. Okay. All right, so with the Mother and the Queen of Fire, we have projections and suppression. So what I feel like with this what I feel like with this is whether you're a man or woman, if you find yourself being almost triggered by women in general, there's wounds there. And it's important to figure out what the wounds are, whether it's generational or from past lives or from your childhood. You'll find it in your childhood, 100%. But if you find yourself being triggered by women, there's wounds that we're projecting onto these people that we're suppressing within ourselves that are trying to come out, and that's why this is coming into your awareness. That's why these triggers come into your awareness, because it's the universe using our experiences, using the people that come into our awareness, and it's vice versa. So if you're being triggered by this person, there's also something there that you're providing for this person to see for themselves. Whether they choose to see it or not is another story and really not our own business. But know that your external experiences and the people that you come into contact with are there for you to become more aware of yourself. They're like mirrors. They're reflections of yourself. They allow you to see within you by seeing in them. So if you remember that on a daily basis and you find yourself being triggered, allow yourself to be triggered, but then use that to go back in and find out more about you and why these triggers are coming up. Because there's a lot of masculine wounds in men and women, and they're going to start coming up. And if we don't acknowledge them, and it's the same thing for the feminine, but I feel like the feminine has really been working through the wounds lately. For the past few hundred years, I guess. But the masculine wounds are going to start surfacing for the majority, even though they have been surfacing for the minority. We have to stay aware. Self-awareness is key. Okay, so I have the Blue Messiah reading cards. They're oracle cards by Nari Anastasia. Just cute. I love that. I don't really have any oracle cards for the Divine Masculine, so I feel like these are the most masculine ones. Pull a card and read from the book. We've got meditation. Okay. Meditation is being still in the mind while at the same time exploring the expansive universe within. Let me open this a little bit. Okay, so it says, you have drawn this card because your soul understands the need to detach from the outside world and connect within. Connecting to the light of truth within you may not be easy. Being still and emptying your mind from the noise and mental chatter is not only challenging, but also confronting. You may experience feelings of failure or of not being good enough when attempts to meditate don't go as planned. Dear one, the best form of meditation is simply be. Being present in the moment and witnessing the magic of life all around you. Gratitude raises your vibrational energy and naturally opens gateways within you for visionary experiences. When you try too hard to meditate, however, there is often resistance. Surrendering to the moment and releasing the struggle, you connect to Source. Connecting through the space of gratitude and love, you are better able to find the truth within you. The more you embrace the internal guidance, the more you remember your divine light and purpose. By reconnecting, grounding, and balancing your energy, you fuel your body with energy to move forward. And there's an affirmation. It says, I allow silence to calm my mind and enable my soul to see the multitude of leaves that make up the forest. And we've got silence here. So I feel that's really good. So maybe if we can go into meditation and visualize our inner feminine and inner masculine as two separate beings and just practice bringing them close together. Just practice or just visualize them meeting each other for the first time. And every day that you do that, they'll come a little closer, they'll form a bond, become intimate with each other. And I don't mean sexually or physically, I mean they'll be able to see into each other. And then union. So I hope you enjoyed that Divine Masculine reading. Like I said, I did the Divine Feminine reading on the Blue Star podcast if you're interested in listening to that. I probably will post it on my YouTube channel in the next few days also, because I recorded a video portion of it as well. But I'm available for personal readings. All my information will be below. What else? If you like this video, like and subscribe. I still feel silly saying that, but anyways, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And I hope that you're open to practicing loving yourself. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.